sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. On the visiting sideline, there is the Vikings head coach. His guys come in off a statement win last week in blowout fashion. On the other side, it is the head coach of the Lions. His guys had the week off last week, so they are, in theory, rested up and ready to get back at it. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. And off we go from Ford Field. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
I think if you asked every player around the league going into the bye week, it is critical that you come in off of a win. It just makes the coaches in better moods. It makes everybody in the building in a better mood. And certainly it makes the time away from the team a little bit easier. So they've had a long week thinking back to their loss the week before. And hopefully they were able to address a lot of those issues. And they certainly want a different result today.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. Early rhythm he was able to establish. He rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him. And if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, he's going to be a hard group to beat. And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Williams on the stop.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7.
At the Lions' 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now McCarthy fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
2nd and 1.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Jeanty. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's another Vikings.
Here's Jeanty. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Ashton Jeanty. Touchdown, Vikings. His 12th touchdown of the year. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead.
Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. He's building a case for the MVP. He is the leader in the NFL in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd
on 2nd down, Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Now pass thrown quickly on the RPO. And away. And that's incomplete. They're trying to get the ball out quickly. The defense was ready. And it brings up 4th down. His kick is perfect. And the Vikings will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Ooh. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This unit hasn't been at their best early on. Punt followed by an interception on their first 2 drives. Quick throw taken in. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. Going up top. That is knocked away downfield. Incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Here's the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Vikings offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he's shedding tackles left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
It's a
second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
Once again, it's Gentile. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
It's a gain of 2.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Try again. It's second and 10.
It's now second and 10.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Minnesota.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the right zone, inside the 20.
A gain of 12 yards.
Set to go now on first and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got Loveland free left side. And he'll take this one in. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Makes the score Vikings 17, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now headed back onto the field. They'll begin with first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 6. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
It's the quarterback with the sneak.
It's a gain of 2.
It looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down. No chance at all. He'll go down.
A 9-yard loss. It's now second and 19 at the 29-yard line.
So after 1, it's the Vikings with the edge. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin the second quarter. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. As we are ready to get back underway. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. Third and long coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 14.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. Uh-oh. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Vikings offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And as we move into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns. Going right, it's taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Quickly, he hits Loveland on the RPO. Third down and 3.
Pass complete to Poston Loveland. It's a gain of a yard. And it's
off the bootleg. It's McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble. To give them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Run right at the gut from Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. To throw, it's McCarthy. That's caught. Outside. It's complete. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He's going to air this one out. That's caught! And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Vikings. That his second TD catch of the season.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Makes the score Vikings 24, Lions nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
27-yard line.
That's to Laporta on the tight end screen. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Third and 6.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. We'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
That's good for the Lions.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Here's a 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Vikings' 28-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 86.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make up. And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. Room to run at the 35. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 32 yards. And the Vikings
keep it on the ground with Genty. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll go again with Genty. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. It'll be a Vikings first down.
A gain of 12. And a Vikings first down.
The RPO, that one is complete. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Minnesota. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A throw on the move is caught. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit. In a moment, they'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's across midfield. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Lions first down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Gibbs. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
At the 14-yard line.
Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
And Detroit's going to use their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll throw here on third and short. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up. He pulls it in around the 5. The Lions going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. That one is good. The Lions are on the board just before halftime.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Here comes a return from the goal line. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We're officially on to the second half of the season, Week 10. The playoff race starting to faintly take shape. Let's get into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now. We begin at MetLife Stadium. The New York Football Giants at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. And here it's the Giants' defense making a statement. They forced the mistake out of the rookie quarterback. That's going to hurt because this one is taken back all the way. Touchdown. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans. They're hosting the Green Bay Packers. And here's the Packer wideout. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. 58 yards for the score. Lastly, let's go to Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers taking on the Carolina Panthers. And here's the Steelers running back. Looking for a hole, finds one, and he hits the turbo. The Steelers get their third win as they come away with the victory. And here's a look at the rest of the action that's going on, the risers and the fallers around the NFL here in Week 10. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A short one taken at the 10. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. He's going to take a shot down the field. And it's a big return. He's finally tackled right near midfield.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
The Lions offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 48.
They'll look to throw. He'll step up and run. And he'll go into a slide here. They're going to mark him just a little short of the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down. They got him. Back at the 50-yard line.
A 6-yard
Anytime you
loss.
bring pressure like that, Mike, you're counting on getting to the quarterback before you get beat downfield. The vulnerability of that play call is in your pass coverage, but when you can get home and get to the quarterback that fast, the offense never has a chance to stress your coverage.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. On the ground, it's Kinetik. And he'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
First down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Minnesota.
On 1st and 10, it's Kinetik. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Kinetik. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
45-yard line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's a short one caught by the corner. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
That's good. We're on Lions. 1st down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
4 brings up 3rd and 4.
incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Here's a handoff to Jeanty. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down. So, from the 36, it is first and 10.
16 yards.
They'll run with Jeanty. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11, and another first down. So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's first and 10.
First down.
Here's Jeanty. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike. And give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them up for a loss.
That's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
A gain of 14 yards. Brings up third down.
Pick this one up on the ground. Oh, a loose football. How about that? The quarterback able to spot the ball on the ground, gets on it, and keeps it for the offense.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll do so with first and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3 yards pickup. Brings up second and 7.
They'll throw out of the gun. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and a crowd blitz. He loses the football near his own goal line. Fortunate that that was not worse for the offense. The pressure's on, they knock it out of the quarterback's hands, but only a safety instead of the defense getting a touchdown.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, Mike, you always have that clock in your head, but that clock has to speed up even quicker when you find yourself dropping in your own end zone. And fortunately for them, that fumble doesn't lead to a touchdown, but instead results in the 2-point safety.
Returnable from the 17. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. Throw on the run is complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Now the try for an extra point. He's got it. The Vikings stretch things out even further.
Vikings 40, Lions 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Lions offense ready to take over once again. And now the hill to climb has gotten steeper. They had the safety the last time they had a football. That led to a touchdown a moment ago. So the deficit going in the wrong direction. I'll try to right the ship here. It's 1st and 10. This is caught down that right side.
And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
16.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain just 3.
Sam Laporta. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. That's hauled in at the 2. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll run with Gibbs. No signal. They're going to mark him short. No room to run there.
Short of the goal line.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They are looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on, as they're going to start this drive 1st and 10. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Minnesota.
And the Vikings 1st down. A gain of 14.
Once again, it's Gentile. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 29, Here's 2nd and 2. Here's McCarthy. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Back at the 26-yard line.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Vikings first down.
They run out of the gun with Genty. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
10 more yards. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Up the middle they go. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He'll try to set up the screen here. This one to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
Brought down back at the 43-yard
Well, the best screen
line.
plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and you get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into supports.
That's another Vikings.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver, and incomplete.
Incomplete.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Vikings add on to their already sizable lead.
Lions 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And the Lions first down.
He'll drop to throw. They'll go right back to Laporta. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Detroit.
Now they'll set up to throw. Wells, another catch for his favorite target. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Lions first down.
They'll look to throw yet again. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
Incomplete in the
Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Detroit. That his second TD catch of the season. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Makes the score Vikings 47, Lions 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 90 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. The extra point is good. The Vikings will add one more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on 1st down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
Out of the gun, he'll throw, and they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
That's good.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.